This world is currently being saved from the ruling elites, the Satanists, the evil forces who have been destroying life on earth for the past century or two. They have been poisoning our food. They've been corrupting the government. They've been moving humanity away from the Creator. They have been imposing extreme sexual perversion in our societies, LGBTQ, transgender, making everybody addicted to pornography. They have been destroying marriages. They've been targeting the children. They filled our lives and our minds and our souls with violence and all kinds of darkness through the Hollywood industry. They have targeted humanity in every imaginable way to spread their darkness. This evil network wants to submit the human race and all of creation to a level of satanic tyranny that we cannot even imagine. We saw glimpses of it during the pandemic, where all voices were silenced. There were extreme censorship. There was a tyranny being implemented that we didn't even know existed. People were being arrested simply for walking on a beach or camping out in nature or just gathering with a few friends. I mean, the tyranny was indescribable, especially because doctors and scientists and nurses who knew what they were talking about were being arrested, were being silenced, fired, because they had solutions, they had cures, they had answers for a pandemic, and it was all being suppressed because everybody needed to be vaccinated. So we saw the early stages of this tyranny that was being planned to implement around the whole world. And we need to understand that when the World Economic Forum publicly stated that by 2030 they would have implemented the Great Reset, and they said you will own nothing, you will have no privacy, and you will be happy. They literally had this agenda. The United Nations called it the UN Agenda 2030. They wanted to seize full control over every aspect on this world, bring every nation under the government of unelected elites. The World Health Organization was literally, the World Health Organization was literally being prepared to become a one world government during a next pandemic, where they would have full control, full authority over every nation in the world to demand vaccine mandates, ongoing injections without question, total censorship. Nothing could be heard that would question their narrative, and so on. They had a plan. By 2030, the world had to be submitted to their complete tyranny. We saw examples of this in China. The same people who have implemented communism in China are the ones who want to implement this worldwide and on a way higher level. The 15-minute cities, everybody locked in a small perimeter, not allowed to meet other people outside. You have to shop online, you have to do school online, you have to meet online, everything has to be online. No more human interaction. Everybody would be locked in a virtual prison. And if you want to prove for this, then there's a report that you can see on my website, stopworldcontrol.com/domination. Go and look at the evidence. They are saying it themselves. Okay, so go to stopworldcontrol.com/domination if you doubt what I'm saying. But then something happened. There was a military operation started worldwide by people who truly serve the Creator, who love humanity, who love creation, who love God, and they wanted to save this world from this evil plot. And I also have reports that show the evidence for this. So if you go to the website stopworldcontrol.com, then you find all the evidence for what I'm saying, but you need to hear this. Listen. A military operation of the highest level was started by the good elements in the military. Most of the military worldwide was compromised, was used for evil, but the good guys started gathering worldwide in secret. And they worked with President Donald Trump. Well, he wasn't president yet. They worked with Donald J. Trump. And a plan was being prepared to stop this agenda for worldwide tyranny, for a world rule of Satanists who pose as if they're good. They always present themselves as if they're going to save humanity. They say, we are here for your good. We want to keep you safe. So we're going to steal everything you have, shut down your voice, make it impossible for you to have any contact with your loved ones. We're going to lock you up in your home. We're going to inject you with undisclosed poisonous substances. We're going to keep all the real cures from you so that you have no other option but be injected, on an ongoing basis for your good. Okay, that's what they did. Listen carefully now. This military operation is busy stopping this agenda. President Trump removed America from the World Health Organization. This was a lethal death stab to their plans, because they can no longer submit the whole world to their one world government through the WHO if America isn't playing along. And then Trump removed America from the Paris Climate Accord, which was their next scam to justify lockdowns and the removal of human rights and human freedom and even private possessions. The climate change scam was being spread around the world to make sure that everybody would submit to their tyranny, because we have to save the planet. Just like we have to keep you safe. So we have to lock you up in your home. We have to limit your movement. We have to prevent you from going out in nature. We have to feed you our insects, our bugs, burgers. We have to kill all the cows. We have to take out all the farmers. We have to grow all the food in labs. We have to block the sunlight because it's warming up the earth. We have to place trackers in your clothes. We have to track everything you do. We have to record everything you do and think and say, know everything about you in order to protect humanity from total disaster. Trump removed America from the Paris Climate Accord, and he instructed Bill Gates to tell the truth. And after a conversation with President Trump, Bill Gates, the number one voice to push the climate change lie, he came out and said, there's not a climate change crisis after all. So it crumbled again. Then their next major organization to implement this tyranny worldwide is the World Economic Forum. Well, President Trump went in there and he just smashed them in their face. He told them straight out, your plans are going to fail. We're going to save the nations. You won't rule the world. And then he went to the United Nations and he just kicked the chair from underneath them. I mean, he humiliated the UN in a way that is indescribable. The United Nations has lost its power, and Trump has created an organization that will replace the UN, an organization, the Board of Peace, that is not controlled by these satanic elites. We have to understand, dear people, there's something happening here that is of epic, historic, unprecedented magnitude. The plans for a one world government, the plans for global tyranny are being destroyed as we speak. And what you're seeing, the attacks on Trump, is because he is their greatest threat. And you don't have to like his personality, but you can like what he's doing. And what he's doing is saving your ass. He's saving your life. He's saving your children. He's saving your future. He's going to end income tax, which will explode wealth and well-being in America as never before. That's why he's now doing tariffs. Once the tariffs take enough money from foreigners, from foreign nations, you know, the taxes always went to those foreign powers. America wasn't built up by the tax money. Trump exposed that through US aid, trillions of dollars were flowing to foreign powers every year. The tax money of America was used to finance every form of evil and corruption around the world. Trump ended that. And now he's going to bring tariffs that will replace the income tax. He said, instead of taking the money from American people and sending that abroad, now we're going to bring the money from abroad in to restore the American people. But he's being hated for it, because the forces of darkness can't stand what he's doing. I want to encourage you guys. We are experiencing a liberation of this world. And if you understand this, then you can see the world and see these events through different eyes. If you go to stopworldcontrol.com and sign up for the emails, then you will be informed way more about what's really going on. You have to understand, guys, there is a war of information going on, an information warfare. It's all about what you believe. It's all about what you think. If you can see the truth, then you will be on the right side. Then you will be an ally of goodness and truth. And that's what the forces of evil want to prevent. So that's why they lie to you all the time. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to show you that we have a beautiful future ahead. Follow me here if you want to hear more.